It's up to YouTube. Your first one's here, man. You're winning. Welcome to yet another episode of Beer News. My name is Andrew, and I'm one of the people behind the Beer Guide. Also, check this out. It looks backwards on YouTube, but it looks right on Instagram. Anywho, shout out to Airbrush Garage for sending in another cool Beer News sign. I couldn't find a frame. We'll get it mounted. We'll get it figured out. I don't know, but Beer News. It's a thing. Turning into a real thing. Episode by episode. I promise you that. As you know, I cover the news in Alberta for Edmonton, Calgary, and a little bit across the province. We can't do the beer news without a beer. This week I'm going to some OG Honest Paul Pale Ale from Brewster. Short cans. Keep it healthy. There's some Calgary YouTuber who uses that phrase. He'll eat just the most unhealthy things on the planet to review them. And he'll be like, one bite, keep it healthy. He's kind of weird, but he did a video where he reviewed a bunch of hard teas, like not good ones. But he was like just doming a bunch of cans, and it was fascinating. Anywho, one of those videos to come, perhaps. Let's get started with Edmonton Beer News. Cheers, everybody. It's, aside from the wind, it's a great day. Yum. All right, let's get into it. Let's start with Edmonton news. 3 minutes after the hour. The Interbrewery Cornhole League continues. Week 2 is coming on Sunday, June 9th. Alternating between 4 breweries in Edmonton. This week it's at Analog. Show up between noon and noon 30 to register your team, and you get to play cornhole, drink some beers. One drink for each of you is included in your $20 or in your $15 entry fee. You could win a $20 gift card. What are you doing on Sunday? I don't know. Go drink beers. Sounds great. Also, the Edmonton Riverhawks baseball is having their opening day Friday, June 7th. Why that's important is because Alley Cat is a sponsor. You can get a bunch of their beers there, as well as a couple beers from Analog, Growlery, Polyrhythm, and Town Square. Trust me, it makes watching baseball much more enjoyable when you can enjoy your beer versus just trying to get through it while it's still cold because it's atrocious. What else do we got? Alley Cat has a new beer called DreamWorks, which is a sour IPA. That is a collaboration with Manual Labor out of Shore Park. It is a big, juicy, full-flavor session IPA. Yum. Just checking one more note because I might have missed something. Anyway, Analog Brewing has a new beer called Analog Light, which is a dry-hopped light lager. That coincides with the hockey-related everything going on in Edmonton and anywhere that people cheer for the Oilers. This flat of all light lager is all in, $97. Wow. Brilliant. Bent Stick has a new beer called Love Potion 109. This is a prickly pear grapefruit ale. This is available in the taproom or at Dolly's, the cocktail bar, the pink-themed cocktail bar on 109th Street. It's a cool spot. Bent Stick also brought back Juice Box Hero. Juice Box Hero. I'm pretty sure that's exactly how that song sounds. Which is a grape kolsch. It's delicious. Food Truck Fridays continues at Bent Stick. This June 7th, they have Street Taco Yeg. And, of course, for Oilers games, $20 pitchers of wit. Campio, this is like the big Edmonton event for today. Campio is hosting Lagerfest. They've been doing this for a number of years. So Thursday, June 8th, 5 p.m. till late. 19 different breweries are taking place. They'll have 3 different flights for you to choose from. Or if you know what lagers you want to try or want to drink, just get pints of those. I'll do... Tell him, Andy, I don't like flights. You got to get into a beer by getting into a beer. You can't just get this little sippy sip. It just doesn't, the first sip or two is acclimating your palate. After that, it's gone. So, I don't know. I like to bug people and say flights are for tourists. If you're going to go somewhere and you know you're never going to return, sure, try a flight. Try a bunch of different stuff. But I'd rather get into a beer or two and really enjoy it rather than dabble between a bunch of different things. But that's just me. I'd love to know what your opinion is on flights or no flights. Speaking of flights, on a brewery located on a former airstrip, Growlery has a new head brewer, Coleman. So Coleman was actually the first head brewer at Growlery, but had to leave before Growlery was even open. Schedules delays of the brewery opening, and then he left to get his fermentation science degree. He was in Saskatchewan. He was a head brewer at Nokomis in Saskatchewan, which is arguably one of the best breweries in Saskatchewan. Now he's back at the Growlery. Expect some unique and tasty beers on the horizon. Growlery's always made good beers, and now I think they'll just be even better and even more interesting. Also, Growlery is a part of the Van Block Party in Chinatown this weekend, Saturday, June 8th and June 9th. Check it out. If you haven't been to Chinatown in Edmonton, it's the best. You just need to know where to go. This is a great way to go. Go, just check it out. You're going to have a great time. There's a bunch of music and performers and vendors and food and now a beer garden, which is why I'm talking about it. So the beer garden is Saturday, June 8th from 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. and Sunday, June 9th from 11 a.m. till 10. So Growlery has their beers there. Go grab a pint. Need some food recommendations. There's lots of great places. Van Lock makes amazing banh mi sandwiches. There's Barbecue King City, which makes barbecue pork, and it's killer. Go to Shan Shan Bakery. There's so many great places. You're going to have a good time. Irrational Brewing now has Lore Pizza on their menu. Of course, they've got cheese. Of course, they've got pepperoni. And now a taproom exclusive chicken tikka. Also, they have their slush of the week, a non-alc peach lemonade. They've got a blue raspberry beer at 6%, and they've got a margarita slush. Yum. I think we're expecting, I don't know, I haven't looked. I think we're expecting good weather this weekend. Go drink some margaritas at Irrational and crush a Zaw. Long Roof has a new beer. It's Microdose 2 Norwegian table beer. I was a big fan of the first Microdose. This one you'll get gooseberry and grapefruit rind flavors with a delightful dry finish. Omen Brewing is showing the Oilers games, and I love this dynamic pricing. Every time the Oilers score, the price of a pint goes down 10%. If the other team scores, the price goes up, but it'll never go past, the original price. You're not going to be paying more if we blow it. Hopefully we don't. Polyrhythm is doing a plant and seed swap on Sunday, June 9th. Very interesting. Good excuse to go to a brewery and learn some horticulture, some botany. Sea Change. Their June feature sandwich is the number 97. This is the Connor McFlavored sandwich, right? It's braised beef brisket on a toasted French loaf, mayo, shredded, diced onion, dill pickle, cheddar cheese. It's like in the direction of a Big Mac, right? Mac David. I've had this sandwich a bunch before. It's really good. They top it with Thousand Island dressing and toasted sesame seeds. Plus the Shitty's Rumpus Room. They just posted. Doors open. I've been waiting to go check out the new Sea Change / Shitty's Brewery tap room. That is on 78th Ave, just west of 99th Street. That is on Happy Beer Street, right next door to Ben Sick, and right across the street from the Monolith. You cannot miss it. There's a giant silo in orange. It's the Shitty's. If you miss it, I don't know. Maybe you need some assistance. But yeah, go check them out. They've got Sea Change beer on draft. They've got Shitty's on tap. They've got some cool cocktails. They've got Flatboy burgers. They've got breakfast all day, which is really nice. I got a chance to do a little sneak peek, and it's pretty cool. So doors now open, straight from Shitty's mouth. Oh, that was a whirlwind. All right, where are we? Trial and Ale is now delivering their pizza. It's a small delivery zone. It's like most of the west side, but if you're there, go get some. Very good pizza. Or just go to Irrational and get it to your table. And then Beer Revolution does cask night every Fridays at 5 p.m. They've also got a Burdock tap takeover next week on the 13th. Phew! All right, let's get into Calgary beer news at 11 minutes after the hour. How is y'all doing out in beer watching land? Are you guys drinking a beer yet? If so, what is it? Or perhaps, what should it be if you're still on the clock? Steve likes meat. Unreal Pizza at Lore. Yes, Lore makes fantastic pizza indeed. All right, Calgary news. Annex Ales. The best friend block party is happening this weekend with establishment, their neighbor, their best friends. Saturday, June 8th from noon to 11 p.m. There's lots of activities going on both sides, and they're basically touching. So check it out. It'll be great. Born Brewing has a new beer called Caprice, which is a creamsicle sour New England IPA. Creamsicle is delicious, right? Tangerine and vanilla. You can't go wrong. I learned something today. Caprice, I always thought that was like with the old Chevy Caprice, like way, way back in the day. Caprice means a sudden or unaccountable change in mood or behavior. One minute you're working, the next minute you're like, I'm drinking a beer now. Caprice hit me. Or you just yell out Caprice as you're chugging it, right? Caprice. Buffalo 9 Brewing. Keep them at the top of your mind. They are opening soon. They were hiring people at the end of May. Burn Block Social is doing a tasting event with their head brewer, Jason, on Thursday, June 13th at 7 o'clock. It's neat. It's a guided tour of 3 of their beer with food pairings for each. It's only $20, and like the head brewer's walking you through it. He's got a lot of knowledge. Like a reso to claim your spot. Oh, I just hit out like a pre-sneeze hit me. Wah! Hello. All right. Goddamn. Citizen Brewing weekend feature a large Mac burger. It's like a McDonald's Big Mac, but it probably costs less than an actual McDonald's one. Probably. And McDavid, right? Everyone's Oiler boys. Go Sport. What else we got? Cold Garden is doing a art wall year-end party on Wednesday, June 12th from 6 to 8. They celebrate all the artists that were a part of their art wall for the year, and then they bring it down, and then they bring in new artists after this. So go meet the artists. There'll be a bunch of them there, RSVP through their links in their Instagram bio. Big news for Common Crown. They hadn't been posting much for a long time, so I knew something was up. It's just my, inhibitions. Premonitions? I don't know. You look at enough stuff about beer in a very concentrated area, you tend to pick up trends. So they weren't posting very much for a very long time. It's like, hey, they're working on something big or they're closing. And in this case, hopefully it's something big. Their current tap room is now closed, but they have a new location that they're moving to. They will be announcing it soon. I'm glad that they're sticking around. Hopefully they'll be in a neighborhood a little more accessible. The industrial northeast-ish was kind of all you could get back in the day, and now that breweries are kind of allowed, they did a rezoning thing after, Tool Shed, Red Bison, Common Crown, Village, a bunch of like the early, like 2015, 2016, and earlier breweries had to be in quote-unquote shitty areas. Cold Garden got into a good spot, and the neighborhood continued to get even better around them. It's very interesting. abbeer.ca says Origin is their taproom now as of today. Origin is their taproom. So Common Crown is in Strathmore is what you're saying. I'll look into it, but I appreciate the tip. What else do we got? Dandy Ales has a new beer called, it looks like Butte, B-U-T-T-E, is an American-style pale ale. Alberta Girls here. No, opposites. You're saying Origin is in the old Common Crown space. That makes way more sense because there's a lot of breweries who've been upgrading into other spaces where people are moving out of them. So anyway, either way, I'm going to look into that. I appreciate the note. Might even write it down because I forget things after I go live. Beautiful. 88 has a beer return. Playback is their hazy pale ale as part of their sponsorship with Sled Island. 5 days of music, art, film, and comedy. This beer tastes like tropical peaches and candy. Tastes like happy. The establishment has a brand new beer, a wild beer called Magenta Mountain, and that is a barrel-aged beer with tayberries, loganberries, blueberries, and raspberries. Typically, they only focus on one fruit and one type of yeast, a wild culture coming from that. So this is their first mixed culture beer. It's going to give you natty wine nuances. So I'm sure it's delicious. Origin is in the common ground space. Yes. Last Best has a new beer called Purple Crusher, which is a fruited goza. They also have a new gin called Snow Leopard Expedition Gin. It marries floral and spicy elements, and that is a collaboration with the Calcutta Cricket Club. It's always cool to see. I know Last Best has been making gin for a while. It's neat to see breweries have a different options within their space. Like the Shitty space we mentioned, obviously they have their Shitties and their Sea Change beer, but they have a gin and tonic made with Shitty's gin. That was actually one of the tastiest things I had. It was really good. I'm not usually a G&T. I prefer a gin and soda if it's a fantastic gin, but it worked. It worked. Oh shit, Pedrick, what up? Haven't had a beer in forever. Marta Loop has a new beer called Die Bitter, which is a cold IPA. It is a pink roots brew, magnificent hop aroma, clean bitterness, and a bold, clean finish. Prairie Dog has a new beer. It's a collaboration with the Rising Tides Taproom, Exhale, and Wild Winds. It's called I'm So Thorny, and it is a prickly pear goza. And they got some money going to a good cause as a result. Oh, they also brought back their Brewer's Getaway at Prairie Dog, which is a pina colada blonde with fresh pineapples. And there's money that is donated back to the farmers in Costa Rica who supplied them with the pineapples, which is great. It's good to support, where your ingredients are coming from. Oh, fresh pineapple in Costa Rica. Yum. What else we got? A couple more things. Two Pillars has a new beer, Purple Drank, which is our third grape purpley themed beer of the day. Two Pillars new beer, Purple Drank, Grape Blonde. It's a haiku. Lean into the grape. Oh yeah, busting down the heat. Cool off with this treat. I don't want to like grape, like purple flavored beers, but the Ben Stick one is delicious. And I bet the Last Best and the Two Pillars are really good too. Great beer, fight off. It's the summer of grape. Everyone announce it and make a video about it. Village Brewery has a new format. They're doing short cans, which I always love to see. I'm a big fan of the short can. The new Village Mixer is 12 short cans. You'll get 3 each of the Blacksmith, the Blonde, the Wit, and their Nomad IPA. Something for everyone. If you're going to a party, you're going camping, you want to bring a variety, or you just want to have some variety and without buying a bunch of different fours, I like it. I'm a big fan of the 12 mix pack. Oh, and there was one more I needed to check. Let's do a quick check-in there. We're cruising. For those of you who celebrate, it is currently 4:20. Good day. Oh, yeah, we covered that one last week. All right, no, we're good. I was going to say Zero Issue has a new beer, but that was the last week's news. A little bit more Calgary news. Sunny Cider, they're beer adjacent. They're in the neighborhood. Sunny Cider is celebrating their 5th birthday this Saturday, June 8th. So from 4 to 10 in their tap room, they're doing $5 ciders on draft, $5 food items, and they have a special cider release called Pink Lady. That's at 7%. And they will have live music by the Enablers and some guests. So it should be an absolute hoot. Oh, Far is in the house. Guten Tag. Do I even check if you guys do new beers? Because I feel like you just make great beers and just keep cranking them. Yeah, you do. Anyway, a little bit Alberta-wide news. Take your ass to Canmore this weekend. Go out to Sheepdog Brewing. They're celebrating their 5th birthday party. They're known to throw a very good party. Saturday, June 8th from 7 p.m. till late. They'll have music by the Bulldogs. They'll have food by Big Dog Smokehouse. They'll have a special beer release. It'll probably be dog themed. Bring your dogs. and your dogs. And go to Sheepdog. It should be great. Anyway, that's it for beer news. Thanks for tuning in. Of course, this will be posted. You can rewatch it on Instagram and YouTube. And to read the news script, skip over this gorgeous face and go right into the letters. The description of the news is in the YouTube video posted momentarily. Adios, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen. Oh, and YouTube's still here. Hi. Oh, goodbye. We'll see you, I don't know, go drink a beer if you haven't had one yet. Cheers.